Hey guys, it's NightBlossom here, and this is my last video of 2018, and my what a year it has been. Now, I did a ramble last year, and I thought, let's do it again this year, and I think I'll definitely make it a yearly tradition, along with the little Christmas card video I did a few days ago. So I'm just going to discuss my year as a whole. So feel free to sit down, relax, and listen. So the beginning of 2018, it definitely wasn't off to a great start. I was currently going through, sorry, I shouldn't say currently. I was going through separation from my now ex-husband, even though I'm not technically divorced from him yet. We were still separated, and at that time I was living in a separate room in the house that we were living in, and things were just getting really bad. I mean, we would fight pretty much every day, and he was one of those people that would never admit that he's wrong or admit that things that he says are actually hurtful, like he was God's gift to the universe sort of thing. So in around February or March, I moved out because my mental health, most importantly, was at risk and I couldn't stay there anymore. So I moved out, and my parents, God bless them, took me in, and that's where I am right now. At first it was hard to sort of get used to the fact that I was living back at home again. Personally, I didn't think I would end up back at home, but I needed somewhere to go, and I knew my parents would take me in. So that was that part. I was also in a pretty horrible job. See, what I do for a living is I work in the pharmacy industry, and the company I was in, the customers were absolutely lovely, and there were probably a few people throughout my time there that I got really close to and became really good friends with them. The rest of the staff, however, were not so friendly. Now, just to be fair, I'm not saying this next part to throw slander or anything like that. I'm just sharing my experience. So, long story short, there was definitely a type of workplace bullying going on. And unfortunately, it was swept under the rug. And also, I was not the only victim. So, mentally there, I wasn't in a good place. I dreaded coming to work. And in this industry where I get to help people, that's the one thing I didn't think would happen, is that I would dread coming to work. But no matter how hard I tried, no matter what I did, nothing changed at all. So I pretty much did a lot of job hunting, because I said to myself, my mental health is at risk here as well, so I need to get out. So after a good amount of job hunting, I ended up getting my first full-time job ever since I started working from the age of 17. Now, I say that because I've only ever had casual or part-time work. I never was able to get full-time previously. But honestly, ever since starting this new job, it's been 100 times better, 1,000 times better, whatever, how many times better. It is just so much better. The staff are absolutely wonderful. Like, this new company that I'm with, it's an actual team. It is a team environment where we all work together. There's no cliques, there's no, you know, bullying or anything like that. We all work together. And, you know, the staff just welcomed me. They've all been so lovely. I've already been there 3 months now, and honestly, it's just absolutely incredible to be in a more positive work environment. The customer dynamic is definitely different from the last place, but again, this is a much better workplace than I was in, and it definitely improved my mental health a great deal. Something else that occurred was I had been dumped. You know, I went through a breakup because during my separation I did start dating, and well, I was dating, I should say, and the person I was with ended up ending things with me. I believe this occurred in June, July, and that left me a little bit of a wreck. I mean, here I was already separated, going through divorce, and then, you know, my new boyfriend had pretty much dumped me. So I wasn't in a really good way. But that all changed towards the end of August. I cannot remember the date off the top of my head, unfortunately, and I know the person I'm now with is listening, so I'm so sorry. But I am now in a new relationship. I have been for 4 months now with the one and only Max, who is my scriptwriter, as a lot of you have listened to the work he's produced for me and I've been able to bring to life. Funnily enough, it was actually on his birthday that we got together. So it was kind of an awesome thing. Basically, I'm trying to remember how it came about. I remember we were in a VC on Discord, and I think it was Max that made some sort of joke about dating me. I turned around and said, I wish. We then took it to private messages, and before you know it, here we are, we're dating. So, you know, 4 months later, we're still going really strong, and if anything, this relationship, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced in my life. I mean, a lot of the men I had been with in the past, it was a lot of one-sidedness. And what I mean by that is, I'm a very giving person, and so I would give and give and give, and they would just take and take and take and rarely give back. So it's like they got what they wanted, and then when they got bored or whatever it was, they just left me behind. But Max, he treats me with such respect and such love and care, and as an equal. I mean, honestly, men like that, we need more of them in this society. Well, not even just men, but, you know, just people in general, to treat each other as equals, because we are all people at the end of the day. So why aren't we being treated as such, if that makes sense? So because of the way our relationship is, you know, we're both equally giving and taking. It's incredible, and honestly, I've been able to open up so much to him, more than I have ever done with any other guy, because I'm so used to, well, I was used to being shut down or dismissed or all sorts of things. So being with Max has definitely changed my life in many ways, and while being with him, I'm slowly coming to terms with the fact that I do deserve a relationship like this. I do deserve to be loved and cared for. I do deserve happiness. and I feel I have it with Max. So, Max, if you're listening, I love you, and thank you for coming into my life. What else has been going on in 2018? My channel. Definitely an important part. I must admit, I am so incredibly shocked with how much my channel has grown. There was definitely a big setback when I received an email from YouTube saying that my channel was not deemed advertiser friendly and that I was being pulled from the partner program. The reason they gave me was reused content. At first I thought, that doesn't make any sense. I have nothing on there that's copyrighted. And then it was thanks to talking to a dear friend of mine on Twitter. She knows who she is. After talking with her, I got to thinking that, well, maybe it's got something to do with my stories that I had. See, my friend and sister, she shared a video with me about that exact situation, and one of the things it mentioned was having public domain works, or a lot of them. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe that's a point there. So I already have my second channel with all my stories on it, which I don't plan on monetizing anyway. So that's why I ended up removing all the stories off my main channel. And then, like clockwork, or whatever you want to call it, I started getting more views. I started getting more subscribers. I mean, I actually had one video, and it was actually my collaboration with Max on the video entitled Let Me Be Your First. That is the first video of mine to have reached 100,000 views. And I was like, what? And not only that, I ended up reaching 6,000 subscribers on Christmas Eve. And it's still climbing. I mean, the last time I checked, I'm now at 6,170, and it's only been 5 days. I'm like, my gosh, it's incredible. So that basically led to the conclusion that because of all the public domain stuff, that's why I got pulled. So I am looking at reapplying to the program again, but not just yet. I have a few more changes I need to make. But honestly, I'm truly thankful for each and every one of you that have come by to my channel, listened to my work, hit that subscribe button, and shared with your family and friends. It really does mean the world to me. It truly, truly does. And although mentally this year was really rough, I know next year things are going to be a lot better. Which leads me to what I have to look forward to in 2019. One of those things is I will be meeting Max in person for the very first time in March. I'm not going to say when, but it'll be my first trip outside of Australia. Like, I've never traveled internationally before, or on my own, or I've never been on an 18-hour flight before, so it's really going to be interesting. But it's worth it. I will be not only seeing Max, but I will also be seeing one of my wonderful subscribers and one of my wonderful sisters who goes by the name of Sprocket. I'll be visiting her family, and it's going to be really, really exciting. I will also get to be cosplaying for the first time while I'm there, because while I'm there I'll be going to a convention, and Max and I are going to be going together, and we're going to be Lupin and Tonks from Harry Potter. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that's another thing I have to thank Max for, is my reignited passion for Harry Potter. I used to love it so much, and I had all the books. My grandfather got them for me every year for my birthday until I had all of them. But when he passed away, I lost that spark, I lost that passion, and then when I lost the books when my home got flooded, I lost it even more. And this year, it's just been reignited again, so I'm truly grateful for that. Another thing I have to look forward to is being at my job still. Just being there for much longer periods and what have you. I also plan to get my own place. As much as I love my family, I never intended to stay here for a long period of time. It was just until I could get back on my feet. So I have a lot happening next year. I am really excited about it. I look forward to 2019. And I look forward to celebrating the new year and welcoming 2019 with you all. And there are going to be many changes, which I will do a little update video for you just to start the year. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this little ramble of mine. I apologize if I went on or if I said a lot. It's just sometimes when I ramble, it just slips out. But anyways, thank you again for listening, for watching, for sharing, for supporting me, and just getting me to a really good point for my channel. What a great way to end 2018. I love you all so much, and remember, you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, you are important, you are valid. Never give up. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year, have a safe one, and I will see you all in 2019.